Hello and welcome here to Talk FCB, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. And we have a confirmed transfer. Samuel Umtiti will be joining us this summer from Lyon. It's been confirmed both by Barça and also by Lyon themselves. The news broke early on this morning when Bartomeu in an interview confirmed that Barça had agreed a fee now with Lyon. That appeared to be the last stumbling block between the two teams. They were discussing a fee. It's been going on now for quite a while. Bartomeu came out and said that a fee had been agreed in the region of 25 million euros and that a deal was imminent. And then later on their official Twitter account, Lyon did say that a deal had been confirmed. Also supporting the story of Bartomeu, the deal will be worth 25 million euros. So in this video we're going to be going through exactly who is Samuel Umtiti. I did a video on quite early on in the summer when our interest first arose in him, and now we're going to be taking a look at why he's a good signing for us and exactly what he's going to bring when he shows up next season. Now at the moment Umtiti is at the Euros. He's representing France. He's yet to play a game at Euro 2016, but they got some defensive issues going into their quarter-final on Sunday with Iceland, and Umtiti is in line and he will be starting for the first time ever. He's going to make his French debut in the Euro 2016 quarter-final in France. So a lot of pressure for him. It's going to be very, very interesting not only to watch him and see what he can bring in that game, but also how he handles the pressure, because France so far in their campaign have shown signs of really feeling the pressure from the home supporters. So it's going to be really interesting to watch Umtiti and to see exactly how he plays in that game. So be sure to check that out on Sunday when they take on Iceland. But in terms of his career so far, he was originally born in Cameroon. He moved to France. He was a product of Lyon's youth academy. He played there in his youth ages. He then progressed to Lyon B. He made a number of appearances there before representing Lyon's first team. He broke into that very, very early, and he's still only 22 now. 131 league games later is what he played for Lyon, and he's still only 22 years of age. And in that time, he's played in Europe, he's played in the Europa League. There's a goal going round, if you have a look on Twitter, it's going to be there somewhere, of an absolute scream that he scored in the Europa League against Tottenham. That was a brilliant goal, a volley from the left-hand side of the box, volley into the top corner, a really great goal. Of course, not what we signed him for, but it's always nice to see things like that. But yeah, he progressed through Lyon's team. He was a very, very good fixture of their first team, playing consistently for a number of seasons now. He's also represented in the Champions League this season. He played the games that Lyon were in the Champions League this season for the group stage. So he's certainly an experienced player. You know, there's a lot of 22-year-olds these days that haven't played a handful of games or, you know, haven't represented their national team. But certainly Umtiti, he's gone to the Euros on the back of a lot of appearances for France's underage team. Altogether, he's made under 17 appearances. There you go, 7 there, 7 for under 18, 13 for under 19, under 20 he's made 13 appearances as well, and also 7 appearances for the under 21. So he's certainly gone through the ages of the France national team, and now on Sunday he's going to get his big break, and his debut for the France national team is going to be in that quarter final. But if we just take a look at the season just gone and have a look at exactly what Umtiti was doing last season, which is probably his strongest season in professional football. He's been coming through Lyon for a while, they've known all about him, but certainly last season was a really good season for him. He played a lot of football, a lot of consistent football, and he's certainly leaving Lyon as a very, very good player that they will certainly miss. So in Ligue 1 last season he made 30 appearances, so he only missed 8 games in the Ligue 1. He started every single one of those games, playing 2,658 minutes. In that time he scored 1 goal, got 6 yellow cards, and certainly he had a good season. You know, Lyon defensively last season were good, they were solid. If we have a look at his stats from Ligue 1, he's got 1.4 tackles per game, 2.4 interceptions, he's got 4.8 clearances per game and 0.6 blocks. Now what's interesting is to look at his Champions League stats, because like I say, he made 4 appearances in the Champions League, starting every single one of them, playing 360 minutes, so playing the full 90 minutes in all of those games, picking up 2 yellow cards, and in those games he had 2.3 tackles, which is significantly higher than his average in Ligue 1. He had 4 interceptions per game, again higher, and he had 4 clearances per game, so slightly lower on that one. But in terms of his Champions League stats, he appeared to have upped his game. Of course he's got less games in which to show it in, but he certainly played well in the Champions League despite Lyon going out at the knockout round. And he also made a few appearances in the French Cup competitions as well. So he's certainly been in action a lot last season. He was in the Lyon team. Whenever he was fit, he played. And that's another thing. He wasn't out with injuries at all. He's not an injury-prone player. He's coming in very, very fit, very, very healthy. And that's certainly a big part of his game. He's an athletic player. He's strong. He's physically very, very good. You look at him and he may only be 5'11", which you may say is a little bit short for a centre-back. But he certainly makes up for it in terms of his stature. He's a strong player. You look at him and he has a very, very good build about him, and you feel like he had a good physical presence. And I think the athleticism is something that we really will use at Barca well, and it'll also fit in terms of versatility, because he can also play at left back, which is something very, very important about this transfer, the fact that he can also play as a left back, because this summer the one thing that we needed was somebody to come in and give us the option to rest Jordi Alba. We weren't necessarily looking to go out and buy a world-class left-back player, but we just needed somebody to bring in who was an upgrade on Adriano, who's going to depart, and also an upgrade on Jeremy Mathieu, who plays centre-back, but he can also play at left-back. That's the same for Umtiti, but what I would say about Umtiti is he's a lot more suited to that role. He's only 5'11", he's got a lot of pace, he's very, very good on the ball. His pass completion rates at around 87-88%, so very, very decent, and he's very, very good on the ball. So he's certainly better suited to the role than Mathieu is. He is a centre-back primarily, but he can play at left-back, and not only can he play there, I think he can certainly do a job for us. So when we need to rest Jordi Alba, which we will need to do throughout the season, it's important to give him some rest. We can bring in Umtiti, and I do believe that he will do a good job in that position. So that's certainly one big positive from the transfer, is the fact that we're sort of killing two birds with one stone. We're not really going to bring in a left-back now, but we've also signed a centre-back and also got our left-back replacement in the same play. And that's also the fact that Umtiti will now get games. He may not come into the team as a first-choice centre-back. He may not get in the team every single week, but certainly mixed between centre-back performances and left-back appearances as well, he's going to get game time, and that's really, really important. He's only 22 years old, he turns 23 in November, so still a few months to go until that 23rd birthday, and certainly we're going to be giving him game time. We're going to be giving him every opportunity to improve and really fulfil the potential, because certainly leaving Lyon, there's a lot of things that are very, very good about him. The president said that he wishes him all the best. I think it's always good when you leave a club and the president and the players there are very, very grateful to you. That shows that you've done a good job, that shows that you are a good player, and he's certainly left in the right way. Lyon are getting a decent fee for him, they're not ripping us off, we're paying a good fee, but we're also getting a very, very good player. And the president of Lyon said that it was Umtiti's desire to take the opportunity to form part of this prestigious club that is Barcelona. So clearly Umtiti very, very excited for playing for Barcelona, as he would be, and very, very excited about this big step up in his career. And it's one that I think he can handle. I think he can handle it, and like I say, it's going to be very, very interesting to see him in that game against Iceland, how he handles that sort of pressure, because that's the sort of pressure that you're going to be under nearly every single week at Barca when you come into the team, when you're playing in those big games. We're going to have to see how he handles that, but certainly coming into the team, I think he's going to play really well. I think he's going to fit in well, and I think, of course, he's going to need some time. We need to give the guy some time. He's only 22 years old. Any player coming into Barca needs time to adapt to the philosophy, the style, the difference, and the fact that all the media pressure he's going to get as well, of course. Any player coming into Barcelona, there's speculation surrounding them. There's a lot of intense pressure on them. It takes time. It takes a lot of time to adapt to your surroundings. But I think that when he does, he'll be a very, very good acquisition. Like I say, only 25 million euros in the current market. That's a very, very good signing. You look at Man United, they just bought Eric Bailly from Villarreal, and they've paid plus 30 million, 35 million euros, 40 million euros plus add-ons. That's a lot of money, and certainly we've got somebody in Umtiti who's proven, who's played a lot of football, that's going to be representing the French national team, that's versatile, that's young, that's promising. I think there's so many good positives about this player that we should be excited about it, and we should be saying for once the board have done a good thing. They've got a good deal. He's not going to be on huge wages. He's somebody coming in who's for the future. We're bringing down the overall age of our squad, which is very, very important going into next season. That's something that we desperately needed to do. And I've seen a lot of people saying, Is he world class right now? Is he Barça material? And then they're the same people who say, why are we signing older players? Why are we signing proven players? Why aren't we signing players for the future? Well, for once we've gone out, we've signed a player who's only 22 years of age. He's probably not world class quality yet. He's probably not full on Barça material yet, but he's certainly got the potential to do that. And for 25 million, it was certainly worth that risk to bring him in and add him to our squad and see what he can do. So let me know down below, guys, what your thoughts are on the signing of Umtiti. It's great that we've got it wrapped up before the end of the Euros. Hopefully Umtiti, once the Euros finishes, it depends how far France go, but he will be available for some part of pre-season, which will be coming up towards the end of next month. They'll be kicking off then. I'll have a video about pre-season coming up in July, in about mid-July, going through the squad and different things as well. So leave your thoughts down below, guys, on this signing. It's a good one. I'm glad we've got it done, and I certainly think it's going to be one that's going to be very, very good for a number of years to come. So excited to hear your thoughts. I will see you very, very soon. But until then, as always, Vesca El Barça.